Hey, good day, Calvary family. What a wild week we had last week. This weekend was absolutely amazing. But before I start, let me read to you a passage of scripture that I want to share, just Devo on. It's Isaiah 7 9, and it says this: If you will not believe, surely you will not be established. That's just a great verse, just in general. And so we'll talk about the context in a minute of that. But the week last week, absolutely amazing. Jesus is doing this. I mean, just this beautiful, beautiful, powerful work among us. We had a baptism this last Sunday. That was amazing. We just had a baptism like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it felt like the whole church got baptized, and I mean it really did. There was just such unity and community at the church, that it felt like everybody was just getting baptized. I mean, for like 45 people did as well. Jesus moved those people into the water, and I figured that, like, from that, like, we were saturated as far as baptism goes. I mean, I know there were a couple of people that couldn't be there that still wanted to be baptized, and so we decided, well, we'll have another baptism for them. And like last week, another 25 people got baptized. And on top of that, we've been seeing this steady stream of people come to Jesus and have encounters with him. I mean, it's been absolutely marvelous to watch. God has privileged us to be part of this. And so, guard these things. And we know, like, in the midst of all of this, like, life happens and attacks happen, circumstances go down. Last week here, we like had this major lightning storm, and we had lightning that hit right in the parking lot, blew out our internet and firewall and all that. And what that means is Calvary Church Online, yeah, you guys were all affected. We had a company come out last week to bypass all our firewall and all that stuff so that we could live stream, and everything was working great at 9:50 a.m. Sunday morning. And then it all crashed, and we could get nothing back. I mean, it was crazy, and so we're really sorry about that. We should be all set and running for this Sunday. We've had people out again, at least that's what the experts tell us. We're ready to go, and so pray. We love you guys, and we want these recordings to come out to you. We want the live stream to come out to you so you could participate with us. Hey, so let me just share with you, out of this passage in Isaiah. It's it's beautiful. Isaiah 7 9. If you will not believe, surely you will not be established. This is a prophecy that was to be spoken to King Ahaz. He's of the southern kingdom in Judah. Okay, Isaiah spoke it to him, and it was during a time of great threat. In fact, there was trouble all around for the southern kingdom, for Jerusalem. Israel, the northern kingdom, and Syria had gotten together, formed an alliance, and they were coming against Jerusalem, and they were just going to wipe it out, and they were going to set up a puppet king and all of that. And God comes to King Ahaz and tells him through Isaiah that Jerusalem is not going to be taken, it's not going to be destroyed. All their plans are going to be foiled. God's not going to allow their plans to win. But how far would the enemy advance? How far, how long would they surround Jerusalem for? Like we don't know that, but what we do know is that God was calling them and calling Ahaz, right, to trust in him and trust in his word. Same thing, right? Trust in him, trust in his word. And if they did, if they trusted in him, they'd be established. They could be carefree. Like, they could see all the armies come in, they could surround about them and all that, and they could go, but God's got it. God has it. He's good. He's for us, right? And that they could be solid. They could be steady. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about what my greatest problem is. My greatest problem, and where I'm not established, and where stress comes in, anxieties, fear, worries, all those kinds of things, where that happens is where I don't trust God. I mean, just call it for what it is, right? The circumstances of whatever it is demand my fixing. The pressures are on and I need my intervention. And so, like in my own ability or in my own conniving, I go in and I grab hold of the situation. I might call it, I pray about it and stuff like that. But the fact is, I'm grabbing hold of it. I'm trying to mitigate the outcome the way that I want it to happen. And what's the consequence of that? Yeah, it's like I'm not established. I say I need to take a step back and I need to ask some questions. Is God good? Is God for me? Is God sovereign? And if those are the case, and they are the case, then I should be the most carefree, stress-free, burden-free person on the planet. I should be able to look at what Jesus said about don't worry about tomorrow, look at the birds of the air, and all of that. Don't have any anxiety. And I should be able to live right there because I know God knows exactly where I am, and He's got it. I belong to an entirely different kingdom. You know, this is something that I find God is constantly working in me in different circumstances. He's showing me this stuff. He's calling me to take more time in an active role in letting go of control. And I think that's for more than just me. I think it's for all of us, right? Where God is just calling us to purposefully let control and ask him to show us what it is like that he's doing, or what it is that I'm part of this plan with, and not grabbing hold of things and meddling with things. He's already working. He's already doing it. He's invited us to be part of his plan. But when we're part of his plan, we should be able to do it in a way where we are just firmly established. And so let me leave you with that, and let me speak the blessing over you. This is from the New Living Translation, and it says this: The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And he finishes with this: And so they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I will bless them. God bless you all.